Hello everyone, welcome back to City Skylines. So the last episode we went ahead and got the university in here, and we got a population boom taken care of. At least I'm pretty sure that's what we did in the last episode. I know we took care of this. Pretty sure university was in the last episode too. But anyway, what I want to focus in on this episode is you can see our downtown area is a little tiny. It's a little small. And we have a huge demand right now for industry. And actually what it probably is we probably have a huge demand for offices. And not only do we have a demand for offices, we have a lot of citizens getting a university degree now. And with that comes the option to have the IT cluster. So that's what I want to get in here. So I want to get the city specialization in here for offices for the IT cluster, because this is going to give a lot of high education jobs to those that are attending the university. And what best place to put it rather than right across the street from the university? Am I right? I'm right. At least I hope I'm right. Let's see how this works out, shall we? The first thing that I want to do is I want to go ahead and get I want to get the district lined up first. So let's get this entire block, which of course my line is not really the best. It is always a little squiggly. And how interesting is that it's called High District and it's going to be high tech. Very interesting that happened that way. So High District, and then we're going to give it the IT specialization, and all of the other city policies apply to this. Honestly, I can't remember what that one is, or that one. I know what that one is. That one is recreational use. What are the other policies that are on this thing? Oh, prefers ferries. Okay. Which actually we're going to take that off of there. Actually, I'm going to take that off the entire city policy. Where is... So policies for the entire city, take off prefers ferries. Because honestly, that makes no sense. I mean, it makes sense if they're over here, I guess, coming over this way. I don't know. We'll see what that does to the traffic going across the bay here. I might have to turn that back on. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But anyway, back to what I was doing. Okay. Now roads. So I know I've got... See, this is going to be the interesting part, is I have a monorail that's in there, and I could, and I probably will, let's update... Actually, I'm going to update that road. Let's update this road to have a monorail on it. Yeah. And then I'm going to make this road come down here with the monorail. And then that means I can upgrade this one for a monorail, so that connects. And then we'll go ahead and add in, what I want to do is I want to add a monorail station in here so it can have people going from the Grand Central over to pretty much over to here if they really wanted to. So we'll go ahead and do that. So let's do this. Monorail, and then I want this one? Yeah. Dang it, come on. You know what? This is so frustrating sometimes. Urgh. Okay, I want to get rid of that one, and actually I want it to go right in the middle, right here. So let's get rid of both of those. Line this up. And I want it to go about right there. Now, whether or not that's actually straight, I'm not entirely sure. It is not. Ew. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Hang on. Let's get rid of that. Yes, I want to get rid of it. I'm going to have to take this out to about where I want it. And I'm going to have to add this on there. That way I can make sure that this is straight across. There we go. Perfect. Okay, that's good. And then that'll give me an opportunity to have a monorail or a station go from here to there and then here to there. Actually, I'll probably just have it go from here to there and that's it. Maybe. Not entirely sure yet. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's go ahead and upgrade. Well, actually, it's not going to give me a choice because this is only connecting to over there. So I don't really have a choice. I could probably get this to hook up to over here if I wanted to, but I don't really think I'm gonna. Well, I could. Yeah, I will. I will. Why not? Makes it interesting. It does. It makes it really interesting, so we'll do that. All right, so the next... I want to go ahead and put, let's see, I'm going to put some roads in here. Now, I don't want any roads intersecting here on the main road. I want them all to be off the road here. And actually, I don't want that going that way. I don't want that. I want one to go through the middle. And the reason why I don't want that is because I don't want to have an intersection real close to that one. I think that's just going to cause a lot of problems. So if I have this one go to there, that'll be good. And I think that one isn't over far enough, so let's do that. Perfect. And then I'll have one go across the center. I'll do the same thing down here, which really, this one isn't going to be nearly as bad because it's not as far out. So that works perfectly. And then I can take that over. Now, the big question is, do I want to have a monorail track going down this way? Yes, I do. But I'll build that later. And actually, I'm fine with that intersection happening there. So then, because I don't want this to be, I don't want it to be exactly the same on each side. I want it to be different. But then this can be the same though. That'll be the same, but that's going to be different. I like that. That works. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and fill some of this in, and then I'll get the, the parks and plazas and all that kind of stuff. I'll get that filled in later. I do know I need to make sure I get, I need to make sure that I get power and water and stuff like that over here too. So, water, I'm actually not too far off. Power, on the other hand, well, I mean, power will happen as it fills in, so I'm not too concerned about that. But I think this will be really, really nice when it's done. And the one thing that I love about the IT cluster buildings is that they are huge. They're absolutely enormous. And it's going to make this area look beautiful, because you're going to have some really large buildings in here, along with the monorail going across. You're going to have the university right here. It's actually going to look really, really nice, really gorgeous. And I think I might change... Actually, I am going to change where downtown is going to be. I think that downtown is actually going to be like right over here, since I have the IT clusters there and everything. I think over here is going to be our best bet. Now, in order for us to do that, though, we need to get, I think, 65,000? No, yeah, it is 65,000. So 65,000 is our next mark. And yeah, 65,000 unlocks the rest of our tiles. So we really only have 10,000 more to go. So I think that And my hope is that by putting this IT cluster in here and adding all these jobs in, will definitely help a lot of that out. So let's fast forward the game some. Now, while we're waiting for this to build up, let's go ahead and get the monorail stops taken care of. God, I'm like totally losing my train of thought. Part of that's because I'm not feeling well. My voice is better than what it was yesterday. However, it's still not the best. All right, so I think that's going to work out well. I think going from here to there, and then back to here is going to be good. That'll be a good little, yeah. So it is a good thing that I put that in there. It is. Okay. But what I want to do with that line, though, is I want to take the second line, and this is going to be IT round trip, and I'm going to make it that light blue cyan color. That way I can tell and get the distinction on which train is going where. Especially when I'm looking at it this way. So I definitely know that that train is going there. And when I'm looking here, I know which trains are getting used over here. Now, this is what makes this really cool. Look at that. That is just amazing. Absolutely freaking amazing. I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay. Now, I know it's going to take a little bit of time for this IT cluster to build up. Uh-oh, water problems. Why am I having a water problem all of a sudden? What happened? Where's my water? And what's going on? Huh. That was a bit odd. It's very interesting. Okay. Not entirely sure what happened there, but all right. Okay, so looking over this, obviously the prefers ferries did nothing for the traffic over here, so that's fine. That's good. I'm happy with that. Let's see, we're up to 57,000 people. That's going there. All right, let's fast forward the game a little bit more. Now, what we can do next, while we're waiting on some of this other stuff to happen, let's go ahead and fill in the roads over here for Cherry Hills. I was going to do Meadow Square first, but why am I having problems with water? Okay, there we go. Water availability all of a sudden just completely dropped. Because I'm having... Oh, that's the problem. Electricity. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense now. So, the best thing I think that we can do for electricity right now, honestly, is going to be nuclear power. I mean, we've got these two up here, which are doing a lot. Fortunately, it's not enough. So where do I want to put another power plant? Honestly, this is kind of a hard decision. You know what? Hang on. Pardon me. Sorry. All right, let's just go ahead. You know what? I'm just going to plop one right down here. Just put nuclear power right there, smack dab in the middle of all of this. So I think that's going to help. And I hope that's going to help. Power. Electricity is now fine. Water is now fine. Okay, good. Water's fine. Sewage is fine. IT cluster is still building fairly well. It's going to take a while. I mean, with the amount of... oh my god, with the amount of zoning, holy crap, I cannot talk today. With the amount of zoning that we have down right now, they're actually isn't going to be a whole lot of demand that pops up, because as soon as that demand pops up, it's going to get filled in. Now, the good thing right now is that these IT clusters that are out here have plenty of employees, highly educated employees, to fill the positions that these buildings are creating, thankfully. Which is, I mean, it's amazing. It's really good. All right, let's get back to what I was going to do here. I think that if I go Cherry Hills and if I go angle there, and then angle, actually, well, that one can go straight through, and then it can go straight to there. And then this one, actually, I just want it to go like that. That can connect to there. Perfectly fine with leaving that open that way. And then this one, we can just connect up like so. And then do I need to have, let's go into electricity real quick. All right, so this electricity is connecting all of that together. I mean, it won't be for long once I get, you know, stuff over here. But I think in order to get rid of those power lines, let's go ahead and do this. Let's get that to go there. And then I'll put that in there. So that way that's all connected, and then I can get rid of these power lines in here. That way I can take care of the zoning whenever I get it filled in. Because clearly that's not going to happen right now. And let's go ahead and finish off Meadow Square then, since we have the opportunity to do so. And actually I'm fine with doing just that. That's going to be... Actually, that'll work there. That'll work for there. Ooh, I like the way that turned out. And then a little connection right in there too. Teeny tiny short road, but I think that'll be okay. All right, now let's go ahead and boost this area up a little bit, and let's get in some plazas. Let's see, where are those at? It's a basketball court. Here we go. So Paradox Plaza. Go ahead and stick one of those in there. And I'll put the Paradox Plaza, say right there. And I'm actually going to put another one in there. Ooh, this is going to be good. So we have this whole little teeny tiny strip right here, right? So let's take our parking lots, the teeny tiny parking lots. And I'll add a bunch of them down this way. Then I'll add a couple. Actually, I'll leave that one there. Add some in down this way. And we'll go ahead and add in, let's say, a parking lot there. Another one right next to it. And that's actually helping out tremendously for this area. Same thing for over here. We'll actually add a parking lot there, and I'll add another parking lot over here. That way it gives people places to park in order to do their shopping. It's great. It's perfect. Now, as you can see, this area has done very nicely now. Now, the other thing that I'm going to have to look at, too, is, so we have a trash problem. I'll worry about the trash problem here in a minute. We have over here, I believe these are residential buildings. Yes. So as you can see, the residential buildings aren't nearly as high as the IT buildings, which, I mean, is a little unfortunate. I really do wish that the residential buildings would be a lot higher, but they're not. It's kind of weird because they're a little bit higher over here than what I anticipated, but I think it'll be okay. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Okay, 60,000 people. We have now just broke 60,000. Awesome. Just have 5,000 more to go, and then we can unlock the rest of this stuff. What I'm thinking of doing over here is, so we've got Grand Central Station, right? And what I think I should do is add in, believe it or not, parking lots into this area over here. That way it kind of helps, number one, boost it up, and then number two, it will, you know, it'll attract people to come over here, and they'll park in here and then walk down this way and get into this area over here. There is a lot of foot traffic coming in and out of here. This is great. This is absolutely awesome. This is exactly what we want. Now, what I am seeing is I'm seeing people walking from downtown or from this area over here into this area down here. So what I think I should do is I should take... Ooh, something's on fire. That's not good. Whoopsie. Anyway, what I should do is I should get a monorail that goes into there. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that yet. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to do that because I want to do that in another episode. I want to focus completely on monorails in a different episode. I want to get the road work or the road network built out first. In order to do that, I need more people. So let's go back to what I was doing over here. So this area I am building up. I'm making it look really nice. We have a lot of foot traffic, a lot of traffic happening right here because, you know, it is Grand Central Station. Not going to have a train that comes in here, though. That's just not going to happen. At least I don't think. I'm not going to say it's not going to happen. I'm not going to say that because you never know. Actually, as a matter of fact, let me take a look at this. So the, oops, I keep doing that. The multi-platform train station, holy bejesus. That's huge. It's absolutely huge. Now, could I put this in here? Yeah, I probably could. It would completely disrupt this whole area, though. I mean, I could probably put this in Meadow Square. The thing about that, though, is that it's not really going to work for me. But what I can do... Where's the other train stations at? So I have a train station here. This is just a regular passenger train station. That could be added in. Now I'm just thinking too much. Thinking too much. All right. I need to do this thinking on my own here. All right, so Grand Central, let's go ahead and do, you know what? Let's make, haha, perfect. So I want to make Grand Central a tourist specialization. I mean, yeah, it causes noise pollution, but it's going to attract a lot of tourists, and since we have our main hub in here, that's what we want. And not only is that what we want to have a lot of commercial buildings. And since I have a little bit of demand for some commercial, if we add just a couple spots in here, this is going to build this up some hotels. This is going to make some pretty large buildings in here. Yeah, I'm disconnected from electricity for right now, but I don't think that'll be too bad of a thing. I do want to go ahead and get a police station in here. Let's go ahead and do a large one. And we'll set that right there. And then we'll look at the fire station. Not a whole lot of fire coverage happening over here. Let's do one there. And then I want to go ahead and stick another one, say right there. Oh wow, I have like nothing over here when it comes to fire coverage. All right, so let's take a small station and let's stick one right there. That'll help that little area out. Okay, I'm fine with that. That actually fills in pretty much the rest of the of what I needed. Okay. All right, so that's going to help this area out over here. Now, I know people are complaining about noise pollution. Of course, it's residents that are complaining about it. I mean, you know, there's not much I can do about that. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at... I know I'm kind of going a little all over the place right now, but, you know, we've done the main thing that we needed to do, which was the IT cluster, right? And then, really, it was just kind of filling this area in. Our demand, we don't really have a whole lot more for now of anything. We just have to let this stuff get filled in now. So I do see that, so University Square, a lot of noise pollution, ton of noise pollution down this way. I do believe that it looks like a lot of that does have to do with the commercial zoning that's happening down here. You know, people really aren't too keen on that. So it could be something that I kind of adjust in what I need to do and how I'm building things. It's really not too bad over here. It's separated kind of well. It does appear that I might need to do a little bit of buffering when it comes to this kind of stuff, but we're not going to worry about that too much right now. For right now, we want to focus on adding more people in here. It does appear that we have more demand for industry, which is good. I am having a trash issue over here, though. What's going on with this one? Oh, that one is turned off. Okay, let's turn that recycling center back on then. So hopefully by turning that recycling center on, that'll help with some of our trash issues that we have. Yeah, garbage processing, not really the best thing right now. This is probably the hardest part about trying to have a green city is the garbage processing. I do feel like that is the toughest aspect of this, because I want to try as much as I can to not have a whole lot of, you know, actual like landfills and incinerators and stuff like that, just because it just gets so dirty and nasty and it's awful. Oh, let's see. Trash issues over here, of course. I don't know if I add that in there. But it seems to be that I'm having issues with the incineration plants and not the recycling plants. So that's curious. Anyway, so here's what I'm thinking next. Actually, no. I just want to get up to the 65,000 people. So let's talk about what we're going to do next, right? So once we hit 65,000 people, there's going to be an unlimited amount of stuff that we can do. We're making a ton of money. We have a ton of room that we're going to have available to us once we get there. And it's going to be great. So I definitely want to focus in on getting downtown taken care of. I think what I might end up doing is I will probably map out the entire downtown road work, and then we'll just kind of fill it in from there. My plan is to pretty much fill this entire island up with zoning. So get this area over here completely filled up with industry and having some cargo lines over here. Same with over here, getting some cargo lines in with industry. And then major large buildings in all the way throughout here along the side of the mountain. And then cutting into some residential back in here. And then I want to focus on getting the residential for this island filled in. And honestly, from there, just kind of not really sure what I want to do after that, but that's what I want to do over the next few episodes at least. And then eventually using this island back here for our international airport. And then I think I think we'll just kind of go from there and see what happens. There are so many possibilities that we have with this map that the sky's the limit. I mean, seriously, the sky is the limit on this. And plus, not to mention the fact that, you know, I want to get more ferries in here, because that's the whole reason why I did this, was because, you know, I want to have ferries. I want to have ferries going from here to here. I want to have some residential over here and have ferries going. Same with over here and over there and so on and so forth. Yeah. And not only that, but I want to have ferries that go kind of around the island a little bit. You know, going from this port right here around to like a neighborhood over here, neighborhood back here, so on and so forth. All right, 63,000 people. Still have 2,000 more to go. So why don't I do this? Why don't I go ahead and cut right here, let the game play out, and then I'll be back right before that happens. Actually, no, I stand corrected. I stand corrected. We have demand for commercial right now, so let me go ahead and fill in, let's fill in this area right here. And I'm actually not going to have that come out all the way. Have it connect up to there, though. So we've got a bunch of commercial in there and there. And there. And actually, why not just put it in there, too? Now, I can see where this might become a little bit of a problem when we have this tiny, tiny road right here. But, I think it'll be alright, though. I think it'll be okay. So yeah, definitely next episode I want to get the road work taken care of for downtown. And I do feel that that is going to be, I mean, yeah, it's going to be a time lapse. That's what's going to happen there. Let's be honest here. That will be a time lapse that happens, getting all that road work in there. Because I'm going to have to do, you know, I'm going to have to get... I'm going to have to get the highway in there. Oh my God, I'm losing my train of thought here. I'm going to have to get that highway in there, and I'm going to have to get a couple of other things in there too. So we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. For now, I am going to go ahead and cut the video. I'm going to see what I can do about getting this population boosted up, and then I'll be back. Okay, now... I did a little bit of looking around, and there were some parks missing, so I went ahead and filled in some of those. Obviously not quite up to 65,000 yet. We're actually up to, we're actually down to 62,000. Probably have a little bit of a death wave happening right now, but you know what happens. But I do have a lot more demand for commercial and industrial. I do think what I am going to do, and what I noticed, was that industry doesn't really have a whole lot of, actually it doesn't have any noise pollution around it whatsoever. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this And I'm going to create a little bit of a buffer in here and give myself some office space in throughout here just to kind of buffer out the noise pollution that's going to happen between the residential area and the commercial area. Because what I want to do is I've got a leisure area, pardon me, over here, right? Which is giving me hotels and tourists and a lot of people, which is great. And it's giving me a lot of money too. And I want to do the same thing over here in Meadow Square. In Meadow Square, I want to do the same thing. I want to give it that tourist specialization. And then I want to go ahead and fill this up with high density commercial. That way I can get even more tourists in here and honestly make even more money. Not to mention the fact that it's also going to boost up the transportation needs that are going to be needed for over here. And as you can see, there's a lot of people taking the buses. A lot of people are utilizing this Grand Central Station hub, which I think is awesome. Having transportation in your city is probably one of the best things that you can do. It really is. Really, really is. So with that being said, and with the demand that we still have for industry, I want to go ahead and put some more offices in over here in Cherry Hill. I think that's definitely going to be very beneficial, and that's also going to be beneficial to get people in here is to create a bunch of jobs. So Cherry Hill is definitely going to be filled with offices for now. We might change it around just a little, but the primary spot for the offices is going to be over here. So let's get all of this filled in, and it's going to take a little while probably to fill all this up, just because the demand for industry is, you know, I mean, it'll knock it out here real fast, but you know, it's going to be good for us. I don't see a death wave happening anywhere. I really don't. I see a lot of citizens moving out, but I don't see a lot of citizens dying. So I guess it's a good thing? Maybe? I'll move this. So I don't know. Not entirely sure what to think of this. I really don't. Really not entirely sure. Let me go ahead and buy this though. Wasn't sure which one to buy, but I'll go ahead and buy that. That way we can start expanding over here in downtown. Now, that will be what we do in the next episode, is we will expand downtown. That is all we're going to do today, because clearly my population is not growing right now. But with the jobs that I have just created and everything, that should help boost the population. Believe it or not, we actually are getting a little bit of a spike in our residential demand. So I will go ahead and probably let the game go just for a little while to get right up before that, and then hopefully by the time the next episode starts, we will be right at that 65,000 mark, and we can unlock the rest of our tiles. So that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you for joining me. It's been fun, as always. And that's all I have. So thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.